Attacktioneers. Welcome to the Attack Action Podcast. I'm your host, Taylor Morrow, Hunter.
And I'm your host, Blake Meyer, and boy, does Tough Nut sucks.
And I'm your host, Zayne Johnson, Ravens fan.
Whoa. Huge development.
What a football reference for those of you who don't know. Well, I don't know, actually. Is that a football reference, or are you talking about the Corvus Corvex, the Latin name of common raven?
Wow, you just had that ready.
No, actually, I think it's a crow. I fucked up. Sorry. All right, football. Talk about football.
Well, those of you who know, I grew up an Oakland sports fan, which is just a laughably unfavorable thing to have grown up being, given that we now have 0 teams when we had 3 my whole life. And so I've been a football free agent. Once the Raiders moved, I kind of was like, well, the Chargers left San Diego. I don't want to cheer for them. And I kind of just bounced around. And more over the years, I just found myself cheering for the Ravens, and I'm just accepting it. I'm a Ravens fan, I guess.
All right.
They're playing right now. They're playing right now. Go and come back.
That's how much I care about the art draft.
That was a beautiful story, Zayne.
Was it?
I mean, a tear came to my eye.
The announcement that the A's were leaving Oakland is bottom 5 worst days of my life. Like, actually.
It's crazy. It's just crazy. I drove past Oracle not too long ago, and I was just like, man, this is wild that nobody is here.
It's just nothing there.
Yeah. It's a great venue, centrally located for the Bay Area. I almost was like, well, the Warriors, dude, you were eating good for a while, and then they moved to San Francisco.
So I do still support the Warriors, I guess, because they haven't really gone too far, but it's still not the same. The soul kind of has changed.
Yeah. But hey, the Valkyries made the playoffs in the WNBA their first year as an expansion team.
Wow.
So, come on, we got to...
Let's go!
Credits due where credits due. I mean, they got swept by probably the WNBA future champions, the Lynx, but, whatever. They were there. They did it.
It's all moot because Caitlin Clark's injured, but yeah.
Well, she's on the Indiana Fever. That's a different team.
No, but I mean, it would affect everything.
Trickle down.
Yeah. And Sophie Cunningham. That's a good story too, that they made it. They made it out of their round too. They're in the next round. So. Just can't.
So you're an anime fan, Taylor, is that right?
Oh, this is more of a one of our podcast jokes that maybe only I'm making. We didn't call the hunted, we called it junted. We didn't call Arachne Marionette, we called it Arachne Marie Antoinette, etc. So there's a new card, Hunted Hunter or Hunter Hunted. Who knows? It's a bad name. So I just want to call it Hunter, since we already know that. So that's why that's there. I have been brew dogging our best friend Arachne, and it's fascinating. It's fascinating what Hunter the card, the new defense reaction, does for the deck, and how it kind of angles it in a certain direction. And I may be late to a lot of these things. I know there's the Assassin Discord. They're probably popping off in there all the time, but I just got to do stuff on my own a little bit and learn why stuff is a certain way. So the newest edition. So here's my revelation, is that when you get a cast a Hunter and you get a buttload of silver, it kind of opens up you to be able to play Double Trouble pretty reliably, because not only does it make it so Double Trouble, if you don't know, is a stealth card That's a 0 for 3 the red. And then if you do 2 reactions on the same chain link, it gets +2. So then it's a 0 for 5. And if it hits, you get to banish 2 cards. So much better than any contract. You don't make any silver off of it, which it sucks. But
much better than any contract.
A 0 for 5 that banishes 2 cards.
I mean, leave no witnesses is right there, bro.
I guess so. Yeah. It's pretty okay. You're right.
It's very good. Yeah, it's very good when it's online. Yeah.
It does 5 damage. It basically is a 0 for 6 because you're going to flick knives with your Graven Call and get that back, right? So it's like a 0 for 6 that banishes 2 cards. So now if we get 3 value out of our hunters, that's 9 cards. Or 3 card, if we get the 3 cards
12.
out of our,
could be 12.
It could be 12. Let's just say low end, it's 9. But then we hit on our double troubles. That's another 6. Right? So we're talking negative 15 cards right there, which is substantial. So my point being is that I'm maybe leaning into getting rid of more cards in my opponent's deck with red double troubles.
Is this a long-winded way of saying that you agree with Blake and you're playing Milleroni?
I'm leaning more Milleroni right now in the build for sure. Just because it's pretty powerful. Even with I was playing it with just contracts for a while, and you get a substantial lead on a lot of heroes with cards in deck. You're maybe at like 26. They're like at 12 or something like that. They still kill you and you die, but they don't have that many cards left. So if you play better, you could get there. That's what I'm saying.
I like it. I'm looking at your list right now.
Thanks. Yeah. Which great segue into join our Discord. You get to see all of my shenanigans and any other shenanigans that are happening in there. And let me tell you, we're talking about movies and film in there often. Hard Boiled came up as a movie to watch, and I had missed that, not on my radar. And I freaking watched it, and it was so good. It was so good that halfway through the movie, I was like, oh, right. This is fucking all practical effects. This is fucking rad. Like, they're so good. I just didn't really think about the amount of time and everything that went into that and how well it's shot, etc. And I'll leave you with this. There are more bullets than there are words in that whole movie. Easily. Go watch it. Great.
And bullets don't need any translation.
They don't. Apparently every gun has an infinite supply too, which is, I love those types of action movie logic. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know, this handgun holds 8 shots, but they reloaded at some point, I think.
It's modded, dude. It's modded.
Blake, tell us about Tough Nut, your new best friend.
Well, speaking of best friend Arachne, speaking of whatever, in the 4th box, Colin is missing, but he will return. He's doing personal stuff. Okay, Tough Nut. Why does he suck? It's just one of those things where you're like, there's some annoying decks that exist in Flesh and Blood, and they are checks, and there's check decks, and all of the
and there's deck checks.
I've been playing this deck for a while, and it's streamlined, and I use Michael Fang's list. You're gonna get past Tough Nut for sure, but whenever I'm building let me try this new stuff, and then Tough Nut just sets up a wall against you for an hour, you're like, is it even worth trying to figure out the 1 in 15% chance to beat Tough Nut? And then you're like, oh, you guys didn't have any reds in your deck. Okay, that makes a lot of sense, because you were only playing the 3 Jaws of Victory, because you're super smart here, and There's some of my cards that give my opponent vigor tokens because I'm trying something crazy, and it's like, okay, I couldn't steal those back, and now he's got just enough to swing rock after this, and you're just like. But I think the worst one was my pre-release. I played a tough nut to completion of like it's going to be turns, and he was decked out. He didn't have any cards left, and I swung my last attack and killed him. Not exactly; it would be a little more dramatic, but I did 6 damage when he had 3 left, and then it was like that's the end of round 1. Round 2, you're playing a tough nut, and it was like, are you kidding me? I'm so excited to try against somebody else. And then it was, I think, 2.5 turns into playing that tough nut. I'm then playing dig in every turn and making 4 toughness tokens every turn, where I just did the whole, oh, you're coming in for 8? No blocks. Oh, you're coming in for 8? No blocks. Oh, you're coming in for 8? No blocks. Like, oh, I died. With full 4 cards in my hand, like, get me out of here as quickly as possible. And then the person that I did that with started flipping over their cards and saying the colors of the cards in order, memorizing their pitch stack for a fucking pre-release. And it's one of those things that I think is a huge pain point, to use some people's topics of stuff of like, how can I ever engage with this game casually if this is happening? That person is a person who's won a 135 person tournament. We're at a pre-release of 20 people. It's a pack per win. They already got the Fable and a Legendary in their 8 packs. What more do you want? And it is kind of like, I get that there's maybe some people that are like, watch Peter Budensig's video on how to take down your pre-release. And like, I think that's how maybe some people do stuff, of like engage with the game. But it does really feel like if you were a brand new person and you're playing, like there was a brand new person to my left that I was teaching stuff. I was talking about fighting games. Like, yes, we don't have weapons. And unfortunately, without a weapon, it does really feel like the math is easier than ever of like, do you have enough to kill your opponent? Because there's not a, should I swing this or my weapon to like run the wrong way? But like, what I'm trying to say is I didn't go look up every single card and every single interaction and pay attention to every single permutation of what's going on. I didn't build my deck as strongly as possible. I wanted to play a certain hero. I built it with the cards that were, and to run into somebody who's memorizing a pitch stack at a pre-release is just like, what are we fucking doing? Like, I know there's some other people that are like, yeah, you think that's bad? I actually have calling winners in my area where like nobody in SoCal's won a goddamn thing in forever. Like, how are we super competitive, but nobody can get to a top 8 to save their lives? Like it's the worst of both worlds here. So anyway, I loved the Super Slam experience for round 3 right afterwards, when I went upstairs and got in the, like, all of us are having fun, and just we're not even caring if we're doing the ultimate, what is it, the best play, like perfect plays. It was just like, we're booing and we're cheering and having fun.
I have two things to add to that. Well, kind of, maybe more, but I agree that the competitive leaning nature of the game needs to know when is the time for that and when it is not. And I understand that it is maybe fun for you. And it was something I was talking about today, and we've talked on the podcast before, and it's about, you have to remember that part of the experience playing is you, the opponent. You know what I mean? And so you're also responsible for the other person across from you to a degree. You know what I mean? But like, I agree. I go to pre-release. I don't, I watched the world premiere, but I didn't study it. I didn't then watch anybody's like, or podcast about like, you win 4-0 your pre-release, which also stores stop doing pack per win, give everybody the same pricing. It's the first, you can do pack per win at Armory, at whatever, but the first pre-release of set, it should be a celebration and everybody should be allowed to like, you know, see the cards for the first time right there. Like that's what I did at mine. Shout out to Kenny. I went to Kenny's house with the new packets, at home kits, and we jammed games, and that was sick because everybody was chill and I got to read my cards for the very first time. And it wasn't like, you know, people were telling me like, oh yeah, you got to play this, like this, I got this card, it's super good, you know, in that kind of try hard way. Like, if you don't have those cards, you probably shouldn't play that hero. You know what I mean? Like that type of, I know everything, even though the set just came out and you've played as many games as I have of this type of deal. So anyway, my point being is I understand your frustration, Blake, and people need to fucking chill out for pre-release. It's pre-release.
I think the other thing is like the Evans of the world who went to Minneapolis or Montreal or whatever it was, and it was like I have
those
all,
are the same. Those are the same cities.
I have all the cards that he played Liath on Thursday with new cards, and it was like it was excruciating to play against. Of like, I'm not teched for this. This is kind of annoying. He played AB6 into my fucking all Arcane Verdance deck, and I was like, what did I do? Like, why do people love it? It just doesn't make sense to run Arcane Polarity in any Liath deck. I haven't seen that in any of the other Liath decks. I've looked at 20 different Liath decks. Nobody's played Arcane Polarity. Why did that happen to me on Thursday? And then we're opening packs on Friday, and the same person, Evan's like, did you get any Stampedes? I need them for KO. Bitch, I play Brute too. I'm not giving you my fucking Stampedes. And no, I didn't get any. But like, you've already opened up at least 7.5 boxes based on what you've told us. Why are you trying to get some of my cards after I've opened up one box? Like, the greed of some people kind of turned me off at high seas in Vegas. And I don't know if I said something about that here, but it is kind of like,
I believe you did.
We aren't, it's not that we're not having fun. It's just, it's a damn good thing. I got a Marvel Pleiades and I got a Fable out of my box, and that kind of turned my night around. Like, thank God. But that's kind of a once in a lifetime box that happened to me that night. So it was like, oh, like winning solves all. Oh, we're gonna fire the Ravens quarterback coach if they don't win MVP this year, or if they don't win the Super Bowl. It's like, I won the Super Bowl in a box, so hey, can your pre-release be that bad? And it's like, well, it wasn't, but boy, was I not having fun up until round 3 and then opening the box.
Zayne,
So
what was your pre-release situation?
It's a weird version of that.
Guess how big my biggest attack was?
26.
Ooh. Oh, okay. 22.
If you average the two of your answers, you're right. I sent a 3 for 7 for 24 as Pleiades, and I lost that game.
What the heck?
It was bizarre. My deck was so weird, but I had a great time playing all the auras as Pleiades.
Did you do it through a confidence token or no?
No, I literally didn't generate a confidence token that entire game.
Dude, it's kind of hard in sealed. I've also played Pleiades at the Kinney House pre-release event. It was fun as hell.
In my 8 packs, I opened 5 Active Glory, the aura that gives you +6 at red. 5 Active Glory, and 4 of them were red. So I was like,
crazy.
I'm just playing for like crazy damage stacking.
Yeah, those ones are nuts because that's the one that costs 4. Right?
Yeah, which is, you really want the 3 cost one, but it was still fun to like play for that play pattern of like, a tough nut like sets up a bunch of defensive cards and then, or toughness tokens, and then I'm just like, okay, I'll play Active Glory, pass.
Yeah.
So that was my whole tournament. I lost one. I lost the game to a tough nut. Just kind of didn't line up. There was like another turn where I had 2 Active Glories pop, and my only attack was like a 3 power, and like no confidence either. And he just like full blocked it. And I was like, yikes! I'm gonna get fatigued, and I did. But then I won my other 2. I really enjoy Pleiades damage stacking. It's so fun.
It was really fun manipulating stuff around. I opened 3 red auras as well, 1 act, and then 2
edge of their seats.
Yeah, whatever.
In the air.
Yeah, and then the blue that discounts a card cost, the first card you play.
What happens next?
What happens next?
Is that what it is?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Yeah, minus the cost. I had 2 of those in blue. I had like 11 auras, and I felt like the 2 blues and those reds like kind of pushed me into that. I also opened up in a palm of your hand, the one that draws you a card. That was a very good
You said it was
play.
your favorite card.
Yeah, I think so. It's because you get a draw card. And the manipulating of the timing of aura of the suspense was very fun and satisfying. But it's also pretty weird to not have a weapon, because
It is weird.
you can feel that like, oh, I played an aura, and then the thing I should do is swing my weapon and arsenal this other card. So it like changes kind of the rhythm of how you like block and then play your turn potentially, which I was. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I think it's weirder for Guardian than Brute.
Yeah,
and I think we saw that at the world premiere where like the Brutes were like heavily overdrafted in the top tables, or like even in the top 8. I think it was like 6 Brute, 2 Guardian. Is like Brutes lose less losing their weapon than Guardians do, and feels like you feel it in the pre-release even.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I just was wondering whether or not it's like I couldn't figure out if that was good or bad. Like I enjoyed that it was making me play differently. At the same time, I was like, it's just I know something's missing.
It's good except for the draw rules and how there's not an elegant solution for that, but it didn't come up in my pre-release.
So we played another game around 3 and we drew in that one, and it was like that was a fun game that has no conclusion. I mentioned this off camera to you guys on Saturday. I think we had macros for Rosetta of this is how we're going to do AB for your biggest AB turn. You can just pitch all your blues into this so you don't fall behind on turn 0. We had Treasure Island of we're not going to get a lot of gold unless we give it to you based off of you hitting each other. I cannot believe there wasn't like a last breath. As soon as your cards have run out, you get this weapon equipped to your zone, and like now you probably can't block, but you can send the folding chair at your opponent over and over again unless they take damage to try and kill you finally.
Yeah.
So thematic for this set. How did that not happen?
Totally. There's like that generic card. Is it a Majestic? It's red.
Super.
The last
the
ditch
super,
effort, basically.
Yeah. So you could have that, but even then, yeah, I almost drew against Tough Nut. I kind of missequenced my last 3 attacks in my deck, and I fatigued the Tough Nut, but I should have, to maximize it, I only had 2 attacks left based on, because I had 1 yellow and 2 attacks that costed 4 cards left, yellow, Brothers in Arms, and then 2 other ones that cost 3. And I cast Brothers in Arms first when I was at that point, and was like, it's better to just get rid of this one, I think, now, and then send these 2 bigger attacks later, which it was the opposite, because then the way the sequencing works out is I don't get to cast all 3. I could only cast 2. Thankfully, I won on the one where I can still cast an attack or whatever.
The second to last one, yeah. I'm tracking you.
Okay, thanks. I lost myself. So anyway, what are our thoughts though on the set, having played it, seen it, etc.? How do we feel? And I want to frame this as like,
for limited or some other layer.
Yeah, just as limited, just as the set kind of as a whole, maybe how the heroes feel, maybe in CC a little bit if we've done that or whatever. But there's a level 2 of like, there's some conspiracy theories that this is not a good competitive set, and it has a very specific, strong theme that you either love it or hate it, basically, and that to appeal broadly, maybe the set needs to have an abundance of fun stuff to do. So kind of that's the how I would frame it or look at it. Is that how you guys feel? Thoughts, etc. What are your takes here? Let's start with
Zayne,
limited. I
Zayne,
guess
you go first for sure.
Okay. I've only played the one pre-release. So again, grain of salt, very small sample size. I think it's a fun set. I think based on the one pre-release and watching world premiere, it does feel maybe wise that it was left off the competitive docket, just because I think it is a little imbalanced. I think the brutes are significantly better. Like I don't know I don't know if I'd assign numbers, but like I think the brutes when built well are like better than the guardians in a meaningful way, and we saw that play out at the world premiere. Now, would it develop and maybe somebody solves it and it changes? Who knows? I don't think so, though. I think, like I was saying about the weapon thing, I think the Guardians losing their hammer is a big deal, since that's such a core piece of their gameplay loop. But again, that's super fun. I like what they did thematically, and I think it's like was worth releasing, and I think it was a great set overall. But I kind of maybe agree with skipping it on at the PT level maybe. And again, this is off of 3 games at a pre-release, so who knows?
I just find that a weird take, because Hunted was a very swingy format.
No, all three heroes were really good.
But
I heard from 3 different people that they were like positive that each hero was the best one, like different, and all different ones. Whereas like you'd be hard pressed to find someone who says like, "Oh, I don't want to be the tough nut seat." Like everybody wants to be the tough nut seat in the draft.
I don't know. It's very early.
I get what you're saying, Zayne, but we also lived through like, how do we beat Teklo in Bright Lights draft? And then it was like nobody wanted Teklo once everybody figured it out. And then there's at least one more draft where even I'm like, I would never do this. And it's like, that was the clear way. I think it was Rosetta draft of like, Florian's the clear winner. And then it was like, once people figured out how to beat Florian, it was like, oh shit. So I think if we put Yuki Lee Bender on 90 hours of figuring it out, I think she does something different, and we go, oh my god, how do we not all see that?
Yeah, I guess another way to say it is maybe if the draft is 2-2-2-2, like a perfect split, like how it theoretically should be, I'd be putting money on the tough nut decks, like, which is a shame. Like I think in Hunted it was like, the 3 of Fang could win it. The 3 of Arachne could win it, So I don't know. I mean, again, this is grain of salt, small sample size, but that's just my impression of it. I don't see a reason not to be Tough Nut. I think that deck is very strong in a fatigue-centric format.
Yeah, if Tough Nut's overdrafted, I don't see why you don't just play one of the Guardians where you set up a really big turn that they, that takes care of their attack, their defense. You know what I mean? It's like
Sure.
that deck. Tough Note is like pretty slow. You know what I mean? And it's not that hard to like kind of manage your life total and get ahead. At least I thought anyway, having like theorized that in my seat when that game was coming up. Like, okay, I'm gonna have to like no, they're gonna fatigue me, and I have to set up like big turns and take some damage, and then hopefully like I'll, the idea is to get ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I think if they cast one Buck Wild when you're trying to set up, I think you just lose. But
yeah, Buck Wild has been eating my lunch. Like that one and Strongest Survive are like, if you have 4 of those in your draft, you're just like, and you're gonna discard a card unless you overblock, and you're like, oh damn it.
Or even the +4 one's crazy. What is it, like Bark Obscenities? So that's the thing that I'm kind of interested in. What is the thought here? Because I had Bark Obscenities. I had 2 Bark Obscenities in my pool, and so when I played the third Pleiades, I took out Villainous Pose, and I took out the other one that was like a +4 that cost money. It was 2 things that cost money, and I was like, Bark Obscenities is free, so this can go in my anti-Guardian stuff. So it's interesting to me. There's anti-Guardians, there's anti-Brute cards for both. There's anti-Guardian cards, and then there's anti-Brute cards, like Challenge the Alpha and some other one, or Who Blinks First. And that is cool.
Yeah, more than there have been in other sets.
Since the Arachne versus, like, if you're against an Arachne, get a +1 for free. And I think what's interesting about that is if we don't draft past next Tuesday, that was really cool for no reason. And I think I haven't launched in my spiel. So my spiel is, while I'm playing this, I've been very excited for this. I know my friend James White put out a tweet that was like, hey, for game design, sometimes to innovate, we need to subtract. So for this set, we're not going to have weapons. I'm going to go ahead and say that's just a cop-out. And it's kind of frustrating to me. I've been playing Flesh and Blood for 2021, and we haven't gotten new Brute weapons that are good at all. We haven't gotten a new Guardian weapon that's been better than stuff from 2021 at all. Titan's Fist is what you're still doing. That's 2021. Crucible of War is 2021. There's nothing better than Mandible Claws. There's no Brute weapons that have been introduced in a new set to do anything with. And to have the thought process be, we're going to subtract to have a new limited set, I think is a huge, like, what are we doing? And it does feel very much unfinished to me. And I'm ultimately like, I'm disappointed that it's not at a higher level of whether you guys on the development team were like, we don't want this power level for the higher things, or it's too lopsided. I think that is your job to balance that out and make it so everybody can be like, this is what I've become used to. Of the third set is the world format. And you guys know full well in advance which one's going to be the third set. And is this the why that we pulled we're going to do Living Legend because this draft set is not up to snuff. And then when you're looking at High Seas, it was like, well, nobody wants to play Puffin. So if High Seas had been the fall set, would we be doing Living Legend? Or we can't lose that moment with Gravy draft and that stuff. I just, my heart sings out for, it seems like when it's Brute and Guardian time, we kind of just go, not really. It's going to be another version of a Titan's Fist, or not even at this point. It's going to be another Mandible Claw, or not even at this point. And I'm like, are you guys just... We had some themes in this set where if there's a 6 in your pitch zone, get a +1. You guys couldn't put that on a brute weapon? That's not a logical thing to go based off of that?
Brute's fist.
And,
one-handed.
And like there's no bonuses of like we have 4 cool heroes. Pleiades gets their guitar from a paywalled product. I like to say paywall, but it's an extra purchase. You cannot get the guitar in the main set at all.
Excuse me, it's a hammer axe.
True. So,
which we still don't know if that's a gun or not. Release notes.
Yeah.
Still waiting on that.
What is it called? High riser or something? What's it called?
Sure. Yeah.
No, Moment Maker is not a gun. Then I know Tough Nut is you're supposed to be using Rock, and we're going to re-release Rock from 2.5 years ago because Rock got no support, but now you cannot. This is the Rock support set. So if you've been excited to be playing Rock forever, Blake, how could you say there hasn't been a cool weapon since 2021? Because Rock existed full well. Nobody played Rock besides the 14 people that did and made it their personality and they never won a tournament with it. So that's what we're trying to talk about here.
You know what, Blake? You've been talking this whole time, and I just can't believe you haven't mentioned that we haven't even gotten Betsy's log yet. You know,
we don't have Betsy's log. We don't have Lyeth. We don't have a Lyeth hammer that works with him somehow. And KO. Why did we bring back KO with only one weapon zone? Okay, we don't want to do Blood Rush Claw. Claws are going to be gone in about 3 weeks. So question mark for KO, RKO's new weapon. It's like, why is it not in the set? Why is it not? The Hunter's Clave was in the set, and we've gotten the worst of both worlds. Hunter's Claves are $50.
Blake, I want you to live react to what I'm almost positive is going to happen.
Cool.
When KOLLs, they're going to say, oops, just kidding. And then they're going to put Mandible Claws as RKO's weapon.
Unfortunately.
Right? Like, isn't that what's going to happen?
Unfortunately, I think that would be a real, like... not that I would be done immediately. It's just you guys have been lying to me for years. I have been spending thousands of dollars on your product, LSS, and what goes around comes around. It's time for the good brutes to be around. What? Oh, I can't wait for the reviled legendary, and I can't wait to see what KO's weapon is. Those were my 2 big things that I wanted to know. And it turns out KO's weapon is Mocking Blow 9 times a game.
You're spiraling now, Blake. You're
spiraling.
You're in a doom. You're in a doom circle.
Everybody refocus.
Yeah, totally. I don't know what's up with my camera.
Yours is fucked up. Do this with like a sheet of paper or something.
Oh, with your notes? Yeah, here. Yeah. I don't know. Most people, I think, listen to this anyway, so it doesn't matter if my camera is blurry. But you know what's not blurry is the art in this set. And that's why you're all here. It is the art draft for
Zayne,
Super
why
Slam.
is there no weapon? Why do they make me do this?
Specifically for your reaction on this podcast, Blake. Oh my God. They live for the content.
Thank you. Professional segue back.
The art is pretty good this set, though. Some people said it's their favorite art set in years.
Here we go. Art draft. Okay, so Super Slam, it's a little early, I think, than we normally would do it. Usually it's like right after the set releases, but this will be on, when this comes out, it'll be on release weekend. So that's exciting. And if nobody knows how this goes and this is your first art draft, basically we are going to spin the wheel of names to pick the order in which we will draft 5 pieces of art from the set Super Slam. Everything is on the table. And then at the end, and we're going to do it snake style. where the person who gets first picks one, person in the middle picks one, and the person at the end gets to pick two, and it snakes back around to the middle, and then the beginning person again. So we're going to do that for 5 rounds. Each of us will have 5 picks, and then you, the listener at home, get to tell us in the comments, by carrier pigeon, text message, Discord, etc., who wins the art draft. It is by popular vote. I believe Blake won the last one. Is that correct? Am I remembering that correctly?
He did.
He did. He had the story. Actually, he just had the super secret reveal on the shield, and I think that was the last thing everybody heard, and they just voted for Blake rather than looking at it as a whole, which everybody, I encourage you to think one level deeper than you normally have for all of our sakes. Because it's hard. At the production meetings, Blake goes off here for 40 minutes on Brute not being good enough for him. And just think what he does when he has that crown every production meeting. It's
Blake,
hard.
are we pulling up the wheel of names or what's going on?
Oh, I thought you had the wheel of names. I'll do it real quick.
I thought you had it. You were talking about, oh my God, this was all these people were here from the last time
I thought somebody else brought it up at the same time. It was like freezing my computer, but I'll go back. I'll go back. Wheel of names. How many of us? There's 3.
There's 3 of us. It would be Blake, Taylor, and Zayne.
What does this look like on the thing? Does it show up? Oh,
we cannot see it yet.
Got it.
There you go.
Nice.
All right.
Nice. Here we go. Spin it, baby. Let's see who gets the first pick.
Click to spin or press enter. Ooh, Taylor first. Wow.
Oh, man. Okay, sick. It's cool to be first. Yay me. Okay.
Should we do best out of 7, Zayne?
That's right. Ooh, okay.
Ooh.
I'll take the snake.
Yeah. Still gotta spin it though.
Stuck in the middle with you. Dude, I feel like Colin's better at this. It's so much more fun when he does it.
Zayne, let's go.
Wow.
I think because Colin is always worried about being last. Okay. Here we go. Get that card presenter up there. Do I gotta remove this for you, Blake? What's going on here?
No, I'm just clicking
you got
the buttons and yeah. You're just gonna give me a second.
Okay, cool. Just double checking. All right, here we go.
I'm gonna move our heads on the left to reflect our draft order.
Wow.
Oh, so smart.
Okay,
it's actually alphabetical too.
It is not.
If Blake is William, then yes.
Oh.
Wow.
Okay, I'm just looking through my big board here of picks. Man, I don't know what to do. I'm gonna do what Colin does and do it by vibes in the moment that we have it. Okay, with the first pick in the 2025 Super Slam Art Draft, I, Taylor Morrow, host of this podcast, pick New Horizons. That's my first pick. Yep.
Oh, wait.
There we go. I actually really love this
Why is
new.
it not showing up when I type in? Oh, because I have it in just Super Slam. Good Lord. You picked the hardest one.
Well,
there we go. We're back.
We're back. Time. There you go. I just really love this art. I think it's a cool. It's very beautiful, right? The colors, the wheat on the field, the sunlight, etc. And it's like a extra little story layer because it's not like, Flick Knives is a whole separate thing, But this is New Horizon, and it's the same hero or character we see in the OG printing, and I just kind of like that. you know, and it's much closer to the actual name of the card. So that's my first pick, dude.
Huge.
Nice. It screams Super Slam. It's got the colors of Super Slam that we come to know and love.
Hey, the expansion slot cards are fair game, and we have picked many of them in many art drafts. We were supposed to build each other up here, Blake.
Oh yes,
not
yes,
tear
yes.
each other down.
Sorry.
Jesus, Colin is freaking gone for one episode.
One episode,
and it just falls apart.
I should have gotten more pizza today, and I could have been what you needed there.
What would you say? Actually, I thought we were friends.
Speaking of friends, I'm gonna pick one of my best friends for my first pick. I think this is some art. When I saw it the first time, I was like, this feels like it's from the 1985 game design book, and like they kept it around for 35 years to make it into a hero, and that's young Lyeth Goldmane. I think this is the most striking art I've seen without the text box. Like, it is not so cool to me, but it truly feels like that lion is crazy. Like, I just remember being like, let's say I'm 8 years old in 1998 and like going to thrift stores and like looking at the video game computer books or magazines, and this would be like all the art they would use of like for Castlevania type stuff of like these deep reds and crazy shadow work. And it just, as soon as I saw it, I was like, what the hell? This feels like the 90s to me.
It does. I'm actually a big fan of this one too.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean, I can objectively say it is cool, but it's like a little too evil and gross for me to get down with it.
Some people like that.
Yeah,
Welcome
totally.
to Super Slam.
yeah, totally.
He's not a lovable guardian.
They definitely did a real choice in making it. These are the good guys and these are the bad guys. Like, you can feel that when you look at the art, for sure.
All right, that's my first pick. Lyeth Goldmane, Marvel.
Young, reviled guardian hero.
All right.
I like it better than the old one because the old one doesn't feel 90s.
Yeah, I agree. I like the young on this one more. I like the young on a different hero more as well, but we'll get to that maybe later.
Oh, shit.
Spoilers.
But for my first pick, I know exactly where I'm going. I'm going Song of Sinew.
Ooh.
Interesting.
The coolest brute card art. It's way back, if you remember, I drafted Cast Bones and Heavy Hitters, and now I'm drafting the spiritual successor. I love this flavor of brute. I want more of this. I like card manipulation. I like pumps with go again. This is just everything that I want a brute card to be in effect and art wise. I think it's so sick. Yep.
It is very cool.
I just noticed there's like 4 yellow dudes, so it's like that is reveal the top 4 cards.
Exactly.
How many of them are dudes that are fighting?
There are 7 dudes I can see.
This was on my big 4 of them. Yeah.
This was on my big board, Zayne, for sure.
Yep.
I think it's really cool. It also hits on, what we talked about in New Horizons, a very prominent character in a card coming up again, which we love.
Yep. Same artists. They've done a lot of great stuff, but doing both sides of the Cast Bones art, kind of this and that. Just sweet. I love to see that. They revisit a character from earlier.
Is it exactly her, you think?
Yes, I do.
She's got it. Yep. Okay.
I mean, you never know, but maybe it's a tribe. They're certainly related. Okay, now it's me again. Welcome to the snake style. I try to delay my dip into the expansion slot as far as I can, and this is as long as I can wait to take Mage Hunter Arrow.
I was gonna pull it up.
Zayne, you're all over my shit tonight, bro.
I was gonna have an aneurysm if I didn't get this card. So
I should have picked it.
no. Mage Hunter Arrow, it's like,
Why is it
we
saying
don't-
cast bones when I'm doing Mage Hunter? That don't make no sense. There we go. I'm good.
Now, without even reading the bottom, we
You
know who
it
did this
is.
art.
You know.
Yeah,
This is
totally.
this is stereotypical Olga. It's so good. We've come to expect at least one banger from Olga every set. We have our soft circle in the background, which is always there.
Yeah.
We have our cool like blue magic lighting, kind of informing the shadows and purples and greens and blues. It's just so sick, and I can't wait for the playmat. Yeah.
What I always love about Olga's art is what she chooses to have with incredible detail, right? Like that
Yeah.
bow did not need to have runes on the front of it, but it does, and it's
It does for
freaking
what the
sick.
card does. You
I
know
know.
what I mean?
Yeah, it's just sick, you know.
Yeah.
I like it. That is a. I think there's a cartoony part of Fab sometimes, but all the cards that go not realistic but more like serious are always like they're always good.
High fantasy stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think somebody's tracking it. Certainly Zayne is. Has Olga been a pick in every single art draft? She must, right?
Ever since Sonata Arcanic or Sonata something.
Yeah, I mean she did art in Bright Lights, and that was her first set, I believe. So I believe so. Yeah, she almost got skipped in Rosetta. But I picked Rampant Growth Life, and she's the life.
Snuck in there.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So yes, I think so. I think every set, maybe not high seas.
she just might make. You know, she's up there in the.
Oh no,
all-time
you did. You
Fab
drafted
artist.
Preach Modesty Taylor, right? So yeah,
I did,
she
yeah, because it
She's
was
made into
freaking
every
sweet.
one. Yep,
Yeah, there was a moon in that one.
Totally,
that's right.
Very
It's the same
very
moon.
similar background, which still goes hard. All right, Blake, in the second round, second pick.
This is the card of podcasters everywhere. Give them a piece of your mind. Wow, 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 wow. I'm kind of pissed that I'm not going to run 9 of these. I'm not even going to run 3 of these in Brute decks because it's got an effect that has a negative one. But it is I think this is probably top 3 favorite Brute arts of like, this is the more comedic mixed with like, well, he's still in a big pile of bones of all the people they ate earlier. So that's kind of some fantasy. There's a weapon with an axe. Wouldn't that be cool, LSS, if they made one of those? It's very cool. Of words written out loud, I think is what are those automatopoeias? I most people when they see this card, it makes them smile, and I think that's some art we haven't seen a bunch of recently.
It's like on 2 level. Like, okay, it's one of our guys, Ifran, you know, and the color palette is great, but it's like so funny for a Brute to be saying ow, ow, ow. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like something else more intimidating. It's so much more comical to be kind of maybe having a weirder small word that's less intimidating when it's like a pile of bones you're standing on.
Yeah.
It's
Or
very
what if
playful.
this was in Japanese and all the things were just kanjis or whatever?
Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be good. Interesting pick. We're right into the commons already.
Oh, I had to get it before you guys got it.
That's true. Okay. With my second pick, last pick in the second round here, we're going all over the place. Okay. Yeah, we're going to go with that. I've made my decision. We're going to go with Cruel Ambition.
Yeah.
Also a real
No! I wanted this one so bad.
it is a real standout in terms of, the reviled art for sure. And that's what I really like about it is it looks evil as you want it to. It has a great color palette that matches the theme, and just isn't very typical. It could be a painting, not just card art, where I feel like in this particular set, we just have a lot of card art, not a lot of like grander, bigger painting pieces. So Cruel Ambition is my pick.
This is the one I'm most excited to get out of a gym pack because it's in the gym packs.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen like what the full art looks like. But yeah, this one's sweet. It was on my list.
Captain Sass.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's sweet, dude. Has Captain Sass done a card before?
Yes. They did the Lightning Press promo.
Which is
Start one.
so good. I look at that all the time and I'm like, I just like literally don't play this in anything and I should just own this. It's so good.
And then Regrowth from Regrowth Shock.
Yep.
Yeah. But like the
So
Lightning
good.
Press art kind of similar to the Cruel Ambition. He's, evokes a similar feeling of the like crazy colors and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, Captain Sass. Okay, that was the round 2. How does everybody feel about their round 2?
I feel good. Cruel feels like a good move here.
Huge.
For
I
me.
got Mage Hunter Arrow in round 2, so I'm doing great.
I almost picked it first, but I was like, I don't know.
I would have been pissed.
Fuck, man. All right, my third pick, which is the first pick in the third round, because we're doing the snake style. I'm gonna have to freaking vamp and think about this for a hot sec. God, this is a tough one. This is when it gets tough, and we gotta make choices. We
We all make choices.
Okay, we're going for it. No, we're not. We should save that to the end because neither of you are going to go for that. But then what is my better choice here? Is that too many of things? Ugh. Okay. We're just going to... Fuck. Guys, this is hard.
You're
I'm
acting
dying.
like if you lose 3 art drafts in a row, you get murdered or something.
If I lose to you, I'll be murdered
This is supposed to be fun, bro.
I'll be murdered on the inside. This is getting pretty tough, Okay. I have...
Wasn't meant to be easy, Taylor.
I know. I'll talk about this at the end, but... Okay, we're going to go with... do I even like that, though? Do I like that more than that?
Yes.
Cutting retort. Excuse me. Cutting retort.
How did you
We're going
take
with
both
that.
of mine? What the hell, Richard?
Oh, dude, it's really hard. Cutting retort. It's also I just simply in this set particularly, I'm just liking the stuff that's weird, other than New Horizons.
Yeah,
that's
just say
beautiful.
Just say you hate the set, bro.
But cutting retort is pretty fun, and also upsetting. What I really love is how this also reminds me of like a 90s cartoon, when like a 90s cartoon character like really freaks out and they get all weird. But the little kind of emojis that are in the cutting retort, punches, skulls, knives, like just to kind of bring light to what those words actually are, It's good.
New artist. First set.
Hell yeah. Instantly making it into the freaking art draft.
They have a couple, right?
2, yeah. This one and then the new like last ditch effort style card. Unwavering resolve.
Great pick, Taylor. I was about to do that. So what I like is when he talks it's like literally punches and daggers and stuff.
Blake, you should make that your Discord profile picture.
Ooh.
Just him yelling would be perfect.
Yeah.
Oh my
Only
God.
when you're complaining about Brute, you change it to that, and then
Yeah, in whatever private Brute Discord you're in, that should be your profile picture for sure. Is there a private Brute Discord like there is for Assassin?
Just watching Grindel do the math for 4 years. Yeah, it's all on purple. Anybody can go look at it. The things that would happen on that would be every new player a month into playing Reinhar's. Has anybody tried Art of War in Reinar? It seems like it would be good. It's like, yes, everyone has. It's bad. We promise.
All right, Blake, give us
it's
your
my-
third pick here.
So when you're thinking about doing an art draft, you're thinking, what are cards that people are going to remember forever? What are cards that people are going to go, oh, I want to play that. That looks cool. Or if you are on the yassified things, you look for things that are yassified, like slay, girl, slay. And the only person who's absolutely slaying this time, and I'm going to be playing, I got to type in more words. And the only one I'll be playing for sure, Light Up the Leaves, slay, yeah. She's literally razor leafing like she's an Ivysaur after level 17. Just got it. You're gonna go wreck Misty with this new move that's way more likely to be super effective, and she's gonna light those leaves on fire. And it is one of those heroes where you're like, I know this isn't Verdance. Is this her aunt? Is this her sister? Is this her nephew? Or what? So that's currently the one I'm thinking. My mom is calling me, so I'm going to answer this.
Shout out to your mom, dude, calling us on the podcast. Should have put her on. We should have piped her in. Asked her how she feels about Light Up the Leaves.
You haven't met my mom before. She would, huh? What?
I'm sure she could give us 30 minutes on Brute.
What?
Does your mom ever light up the leaves, Blake?
She's never smoked weed in her entire life. She's also never slayed.
Whoa.
She's never gone. She's never gone. Yes, mama in her life.
She probably has back in the day. She was out there.
Yeah,
she's
North Dakota.
She scored 8
points in a basketball game once.
She was out there wearing her Wranglers, line dancing. We know she was. Probably how she met Bill Meyer.
We're back. No, that's her dad. That's her father-in-law's name, Joe Meyer. Look him up. Yeah, he slayed for sure.
Oh God. Okay. Light Up the Leaves. Great pick. I feel like sometimes the cards that are spoiled early don't get into the art draft because we're too used to them. But Light Up the Leaves is sick. I love a witch hat. Again, if anybody in the audience is making witch hats, send me one. I will wear it. Okay.
It's very cool that there isn't a witch hat in the game so far. I'm almost 100% sure, maybe outside of Necromancer now, because that makes all of us look bad. But every single class has a equipment for every head, chest, legs, and arms. But Wizard still doesn't have a hat after this many years. It's crazy to me.
Their brains are too powerful. Can't be contained.
I mean, they have like commons.
Yeah, but they don't have a wizard hat.
There's not a hat that says wizard on the bottom of it.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
No.
Correct.
I was thinking for a second talismanic lens, but you're right. That's not wizard.
Generic.
They usually are like have a busted generic or a busted class card that goes in it. Like Icelander got her ice helmet. The earth helmets are crazy, etc.
Quick note on Light Up the Leaves. Rio Sabda kind of separating themselves as the wizard spell artist. They did Burn Bear, they did Etchings of Arcana, and they did Aether Ice Vein. So a lot of the like iconic big spells have all been done by the same artist.
Huh. Rio, kind of the
Let the river of aether flow through you.
the Aswardi for wizards. Aswardi is a little bit of the assassin artist, a little bit. I know he wants to do other heroes and classes, but
And he does.
He does. Zayne, it's over to you for the end of round 3 at the beginning of round 4.
Is so cool.
Yeah, the first time we've seen it. Hope it's not the last. All right. Well, if you guys are just gonna team me up, I'm gonna swing away. I will be taking the alternate art Pleiades.
What? I didn't
That's
think we
right.
could do that one.
Oh, but we can. The Hinawitu. I'm not gonna pretend to pronounce that.
I gotta spell Pleiades right and see if it pops up. What?
I love
It does.
the double meaning for Pleiades, like how it's a reference to the constellation that's significant in the native New Zealand culture. I think that this is a super cool homage. Even the background having the kind of tribal patterns, and it gives me a little bit of a feeling of like the alt art Enigma, which obviously was a very different style, but kind of like just giving these, slightly special heroes a different art style to match like their region that they're appealing to. And again, it's MJ Fatesio.
Yeah.
She doesn't do much, but every time she touches a card, it's a banger. So
does
I
all the
can't
borders
believe- in the boxes.
in the boxes.
Can't believe I'm getting it this late.
Yeah, that's pretty good value. That's pretty good value. It's very cool.
It's
think
an
I've said
open
that
star
every time.
cluster in the constellation Taurus.
Yeah, and it has like specific meanings for the Maori people. I won't pretend to understand it, but it represents kind of the new year, I think, is the gist of it. But again, just super cool. I like that they're doing stuff like this. It's cool to have like the one big chase card in a set. I think I'm not opposed to them doing multiple kind of alt arts of heroes. I think alt arts of heroes is just a sweet thing to do.
Every time. Yeah.
Yeah. Every time they do it, I love it.
Great pick, Zane.
Let's go.
She's a superstar. What could be bigger than a superstar? How about a constellation?
Star cluster.
Hey, star cluster. Binary
That's right.
star.
Okay.
Shout out to Binary Star.
Hard to follow that up. But we
This your last pick? Yeah, this is your last pick.
no.
Pick
This is my
4. There's
fourth.
5
Pick
total.
Okay,
There's
sorry.
so many fun ones.
We're exactly halfway through. Last pick.
Okay, I'm gonna zag. I was gonna zig, but we're gonna zag.
Whoa. Whoa.
I'm going to take Will of the
Arcana?
Crowd.
Oh, that's not in this set. Oh, yeah. Cool.
William of the Crowd. Carlos
I've seen this
Chicago.
card yet.
We almost got through an art draft without mentioning Sweet Carlos's name. Couldn't
Oh,
stand for that.
no, we haven't. I still got 2 picks.
I know. I said we almost got through it.
Mhm.
Okay.
Wait, this is kind of good.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the effect. I think it's very like fun and on theme for the revered. But again, this isn't about theme, or this isn't about text. This is about what the card looks like. It's so colorful. It's so clearly the main character, protagonist energy. The crowd is cheering for him. We got so many colors. I love it. Yeah, it might be Olympia. Who knows?
Where's
Abs.
the
he can't play
Biceps,
0
Yeah.
nipples, Carlos. What happened?
forearms.
They're behind the confetti.
Also, no belly button.
Alien.
Maybe they were cut off in the Super Slam. At Super Slam, even the lowliest fighter, this guy's not lowly, can be lifted to greatness by the rousing chants of the teeming crowds.
That's right.
Do you think Will is Olympia's younger brother?
Yes.
Okay. Is canon. William of the Crowd, Olympia prize fighter's younger brother. Or Do you think it's his apprentice turned lover?
They haven't put anybody gay in any of this stuff. So sad.
Okay, well, this could be the first one.
I mean, who's to say, Blake? Who's to say?
I don't know. Is it up to the people that make it or the people that consume it?
Gravy Bones?
Gavy Bones is crazy. What the hell?
Friendly First Mate, huh?
Oh, got a little too chum.
Oh, boy.
All right, Blake.
That's pretty good.
Okay. You may not know this next artist's name, but this is one when I saw it, I was like, oh shit. What game am I playing now? Rip Up Their Virtues. This is a Mark Poole one where it's like
we may not know
I'm
that
evil,
name.
bro. I am ripping up your stuff. I think it's just something where you're like, this is evoking emotion in me. This is a card art. I don't mind that it couldn't be a painting that I wouldn't see somewhere else. This is truly like, we are screwing with these revered people. They have ruined our life this whole time. They keep getting armory decks, and we're down here without anything. So it's something where I feel this card art strongly of like, I'm gonna be ripping your toughness tokens in half. Screw you, Tough Nut. Quit playing dig in.
This would be one of the better Mark Poole ones, I think, in our game for sure. It's very good. It doesn't do anything for me though. I don't know.
Okay,
why.
I'll switch.
You know, maybe if it was extended art, I don't know what it is about it. I mean, I do love how it's like the frame of the mask being ripped, etc., by a lady brute. But yeah, I don't know.
It has that Mark Poole feeling, which again is like very hard to explain, but like it has that retro feeling, similar to like what Blake was talking about with Lyeth.
Yeah.
But like it does feel like, I mean, no blasphemy, but like an early like Magic card kind of like.
Yeah, it does. Yeah,
which is very fun. It's like, you know, we love the vintage card game aesthetic, and this feels very on theme for that.
Mark
All right,
Poole,
that's
nice
Mark
guy.
Poole. Thanks for coming.
Thanks, Mark.
Taylor, your fourth one. What you got?
My fourth pick. Okay, I'm gonna make some picks now just for me. You know what I mean? That's what I'm
gotta.
for
the fans.
You gotta.
Yeah. The other ones for the spirit of the art draft. These ones are for my spirit. So, speaking of spirit, in the fourth round, at the end of the fourth round, if anybody's been following the podcast for a long time, knows that it is clear winners for me either have feet in them or got a dog. And
Tough leather boots. Here we go.
High pitched howl is a young boy's dream.
Oh crap! I pushed the wrong button. 2 seconds.
To be running, or a young girl or a young person, is to be running in the woods surrounded by your best friends that are 3 dogs.
What was it called again?
High pitched howl. And for your 3 best friends who are dogs to be running in the woods, and you all are howling as one wolf pack, man or brute, and beast. So I just love that fantasy as a young kid who grew up in the woods with their dog, running around with them everywhere. This just brings me childhood vibes in that way, you know. I was less green and less buff, but you know, pretty similar.
Ready for my Taylor impression?
Yeah.
This card does nothing for me.
That's high pitched howl.
No, it looks great.
Because that's what I said about your card.
The dog eyes are crazy. I like the dog eyes. This is a new character we haven't seen. Maybe he's from Blessing of Savagery. I'm not sure, but Andriy Potemkin's got
Yeah.
a cool
How
name,
many cards have they done? One. This is the only one.
Whoa.
I'm hitting 2 new artists, bro.
Dipping your toes in the new well.
I like the new. Okay, and with the final pick, my final pick in the art draft, we're going Hunted Hunter. You thought we were going to go
Hunter?
whatever. Yeah, Hunter. It's in my name. We talked about it. It's a banger card. And of course, we got to choose the for those of you watching.
Wait, I thought this was.
There's the defense reaction, Hunted or Hunter.
Whoops.
Wait. The draconic action, Hunt the Hunter. Exactly.
Close.
Oh, Mage Hunter arrow. Not working yet. Oh, Gold Hunter catch. Not it yet. Thick Hide Hunter. Nope. We haven't got there.
Is this still fun yet?
Where is this? Marlin Treasure Hunter. Oh my goodness. I never got so much value for one pick. Hunter's Clave. Shout out to our spoiler video. There it is. Hunter or Hunted? ? Assassin defense reaction. It's got our favorite hero, Arachne, with the Hunter's Clave, which might as well be the Hunter's Sword, as the way it is depicted here. Very cool spiral, kind of a different take on
The spin
characters, that we've seen. Just the way they're drawn, very kind of like almost tarot card, almost like ancient medieval text, kind of comic booky. Maybe they're also a doll, right? They kind of feel like dolls to me, So Hunter or Hunted. There we go.
Good pick.
Great pick. Freaking great pick.
Alciona, how many cards have they done?
Not a ton, but some. I don't have it pulled up because I'm in the lab trying to figure out my last one.
Oh, because you're now worried because I've just had such a strong situation that you've got to kind of go back to the big board, call other execs, see what they got, see if you can trade up.
7 of my 10 original ones still available.
Yeah. That's what they would say.
He hasn't even gone at first. I think when you're looking at stuff, you're like, I'm gonna remember. There's some slot cards that are like, okay, I'm gonna remember those for a while. I've already picked an Earth card, or I'd get the Channel the Tranquil Domain. I'm surprised that one hasn't been a thing.
You got to take a card in the main set here, Blake.
I have, haven't I? But
Blake, do whatever feels right in your heart. Do what feels right in your heart.
I'm taking a card in the set. I just got to remember what it was. 2 seconds. Okay, so.
Awesome. Oh, go ahead. You're good.
No, you say it.
I was just gonna fill time if you needed it.
No.
Sonia's cards.
So the card that I saw, and I was like, oh my god, I can't wait for this card to come out. Could it be? And it had already been out, and I just didn't pay any attention to it because I wasn't gonna play that hero. I think this shit is the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. Of like, fuck you, bitch. Like, that's a 3 damage attack from a Guardian. Is just someone screaming at you. Also, it has probably my new favorite flavor text of all time. Fugger Grimes, the Baleful Horde, is probably the meanest mouth of all better. Gallbladder, blank, blank, blank. Privy with a blunt blank. And you can fill in whatever you want there. But I think it's funny because he's not a brute, but he has no dental plan, and he has been poked in the eye 100 times. That's why he's been doing this. But Fugger is probably some fugging ugly guy that talks too much and gets beat up all the time. And I think it's equal part, like, it's not the most beautiful art color mixture ever, but I think it's very funny, the juxtaposition of like one of the most evil dudes in the background and just like it looks like an 8-year-old boy in front of it.
Just talking
Just
shit.
talking shit to him on his way to get bagels or something.
Or do you think he's giving him his concession stands order? You know, he's like,
Oh yeah.
"Come here,
No,
large-"
hold the pickles.
yeah, large popcorn, dry, no butter.
Yeah, this is my Fugger Grimes. If honestly, I don't need more Guardians anytime soon, but if there was a Fugger character, I think that would be the gravy for me, where I would be like, I'm just gonna play a guy because his name is Fugger, and who are you playing? Fugger.
This card is
Okay.
funny. I like it. It's very funny.
And now
Those are good reasons, Blake. Good job.
for the 15th and final pick of the 2025 Super Slam Art Draft.
I will be selecting Sadistic Scowl.
Oh,
Got to draft a common. Technically hadn't hit a common yet. I'd hit a card of every legendary or of every rarity. So we have this is a rare. Whatever. Good enough. Functionally a common.
his art draft has just exploded the last.
Disqualified.
But this armor character is crazy. They're in some volcano manor, lava land, with the summon skull aesthetic. It's just so like jarring and different than almost any set we've ever seen. Perfect for the reviled class. The effect is sweet. Again, it's not about the effect, but I do love it when the effect kind of matches what it does.
Keep saying.
Yeah, I don't know. It's crazy. Like this card's like so obviously reviled. It's insane.
This was a very jarring card art to see whenever it got spoiled. Whenever it's on stream, it seems so different than everything else, and also like doesn't feel like a person that's in our universe. It feels like an evil presence of like even more scarier than most of the shadow people.
Yeah. The detail I like too is I don't know what that's called on armor, but sometimes they have that like, you know, it's like sometimes a circle. In this one, it's a particular like 4-petal
the
flower
thing.
or something, you know. That's I can't remember if that like screws on or screws off or is to deflect lances or some shit, but it really reminds me of the Demigorgon from Stranger Things. Just that little detail there, and I wonder if that's like intentional for this hero or, you know, etc. But
art is all about intentionality.
It's nice. Yeah,
I have a theory about this. I actually don't think that this is a character. I think that this is like a statue, out in front, like a gargoyle type thing, like out in front of Lyeth's estate.
Whoa.
I
think that's probably true.
Or like a really expensive scarecrow.
But
that's fair.
It gets rid of brutes.
It intimidates everyone.
It has an aura, Blake.
So, as a whole, are you guys a fan of this art style for this set? I think I like the reviled a lot of all the reds and purples. And I think if let me click this button for a second. Remove from stage. Oh, what, can we go where we could see the art behind us or no?
Yeah.
Left.
Kind of.
There you go.
I was like, half of this is red and purple, but the other half is orange and white, maybe?
Or
like orange, yellow?
Red and orange, yellow.
So that was something where I was like, I feel like the style of the reviled cards is so much more like throughout and cool. But I think I'm just a hater of revered because it's like, it's not fitting with my proclivities of what I like in Fab.
I will say I think I appreciate the art more after the art draft we just had. I feel like a lot of you guys made compelling arguments and good picks that maybe I had should have looked at a little bit better. But I think on a whole, for me, this is like a weak set for my personal taste. I do think they hit the themes of all the different types of cards, for Guardian, Revered Brute, etc. Like those cards feel like we definitely feel like there's good guys and bad guys. You know what I mean? And the cards that go between seamlessly. So they like nail it on in that way. But usually I feel like there's a bunch of commons or like majestics or legendaries or marvels or whatever that I'm like, these are sick. You know what I mean? And I was having a tough time this time. But I did want to shout out quickly a little honorable mention. Definitely Kick the Hornet's Nest. That also has a bunch of dogs on it, and that was hard to not choose. That in the dog slot that I had. And then also Federico, we got to get one of his in there. Prime the Crowd was on my board, and I almost picked it like a number of times, and that's just super sick.
Somebody clicked. Yeah, there we go. So somebody was like, how many hidden wolves are on this one? And they're huge. Look, there's a dude.
I think
Will from
8,
the crowd.
Right? Yeah. Oh no, this guy's got a beard, so it's not Will. But then Prime the Crowd was really close. There's some really, I think there's like a fun like bug-eyed character in the background too, and some guy like standing on the window, which I think is pretty funny as well.
Bug guy. Oh, bug-eye guy.
Yeah, you see that in the background there?
I really expected Renounce Violence to be selected as like this is art that could be in a museum or on a wall or something.
It was also on my big board, but I felt like it was not strong enough. And then my last card, Helm of Hindsight, is fucking sweet.
It's so sick. It was one of the ones I was very close to taking.
Totally. Same. And I'm surprised it did not get picked. It was it's the what's that other Ranger helm that is also sick? From Outsiders. That was really good. It like has an Aztec vibe to it.
Yeah.
What's the one you guys just said? Because I sneezed.
Helm of Hindsight.
Yeah.
And then Taylor, the one you're talking about is Wayfinder's Crest or something like that. I think it is.
Are you looking it up?
Yeah, it is Wayfinder's Crest. I know my Ranger cards.
Yeah, Helm of Hindsight. I maybe should have picked, but it's okay. It's good. Somebody else can pick that in their art draft. But anyway, those are my 2.5 honorable mentions. My dog slot and the other two I maybe could have picked.
One of mine will definitely be Toby Jugs, another one of the cards from the pre-release kit. Just such a silly and fun equipment. I love when they did these playful, like drinking based cards. I don't know. I'm just very charmed by them. And then Turn Heads, which is kind of a very weird left turn as far as effect. But it's our only Assur card in the whole set, I believe. And it's very clearly an Assur art. And I love it.
Okay, this website's messing with me.
Blake's turning their heads. Oh yeah.
Whoa.
See, this one is a bit of a miss for me, I don't know why. There's something about I don't know. Anyway.
I really like the visual language of Assur that's like so clearly her. I guess like as we get deeper in the game, I love it when I know the artist without having to look.
Yeah, totally. The hair, right? That's hair done by Assur for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that literally looks like I was born for this hair, and it's like, did she do I was born for this or no?
I think part of it is for me. I like get it. I think it's good, but it's just another like Dorinthia clone we've seen. and 2 more Rhinar guys in the background. You know what I
I
mean?
hear you. I hear you.
But-
I think that the armor hair combo is like what sells it for me. But
Totally.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
Sir Masoa. Yeah, I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy.
Yeah, but you
Nobody
said I was
said that,
born
dude.
for this.
Yeah. Arc
Okay, wait.
Lightning.
My other honorable mention is Truth or Trickery. I really wanted to take this one.
Yeah.
This is the Lyeth
Yeah.
sitting with the sheep.
Well, Lamb.
Yeah, why did
Same
you not take this
species.
one?
Same species. It was very close. It was this or Sadistic Scowl, and ultimately I just decided on the more unique card of the two. And I'd already taken a Kruchaga, so I can't double up. But
Do you like when the cards are the heroes that we are playing, or do you like whenever they're different
I do.
people?
I like it.
It should always be the heroes that we're playing, in my
Yes.
opinion.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
I don't know
something
about
that
always,
I've kind
but
of been
I
like,
I
why
like
don't
when
they
you
do that more?
Yeah, that
There's
was
this
one of the
game-
fun things about Azalea. They're like half the Azalea deck is her.
Yeah. Or Dorinthia if you're a Dorinthia stan. There's this game Combo Fighter, and it is like really taking the arcade one-on-one 2D fighting game to a next level in a game. I recommend it. It's very fun. But all of the cards have like the hero art on them doing the different moves or whatever.
That is sweet.
So that I really like that in that game.
This is
Take the bait, also insane. You don't have to pull it up, but just that card is crazy.
Yeah.
Deserves a
I
mention.
almost picked the bait token too. Yeah, those are good. This, I hope the suspense is killing me, is a triple person cosplay at the next whatever thing where we have cosplay. 3 people need to do
Wow.
this. Like
You
that
prob-
would be
You probably
so
just
sick.
launched 1,000 ships right there. Captain Sass did this too.
Yeah. Riptide's just doing drugs. That's what he's seeing.
What is that yellow thing he's putting in there?
Bait, bro.
A resource?
That's the bait, bro.
No, quit screwing me.
All right, that's it. That's the art draft. Blake, do you have any honorable mentions, I guess?
That's what
Before
I did.
we-
The suspense is killing me. That was me doing that without saying. And then, yeah, I'm thinking there's a couple, but I'm just gonna let it simmer. I mean, it's crazy. No one said. I'll click this one at least. This is one where you're like, actually, they could stick this up in someone's house and they have no idea. Because I think the full art is cooler and looks more cold
Wow,
foily.
dude. Yeah, the full art on Channel the Tranquil Domain is so sick. It really adds way more than this bit does in the card, for sure. So
That's super slam. Honestly, I think I am excited to play 3 out of the 4 heroes, maybe 2 out of the 4 heroes for the set. So I know
So, Tough Nut.
Tough Nut
Tough
twice, and then no, I'm trying to be like right now of this isn't a oh my god we need to wonder where the game is going. It's going to completely blow up and not whatever. I think it's nice to open up these packs because it's nice to get a bunch of super rares. It feels like I'm getting way more value out of a box. And I got 8 super rares and 8 majestics, and like yes, 8 of those super rares could just be rares, and I would not have any idea, but it's mentally better. I like that. And I like that there's some upgrades to your old brute stuff. And it doesn't seem like a lot of upgrades for your old guardian. And like now there's a guardian that's going to be running Razor Reflex on purpose. And I've been hit by that twice. And I'm like, not excited for this, but okay, cool. New play patterns for old heroes or old classes.
yeah. Which that is cool.
I think the 0 cost guardian stuff attacks are the like somebody cooked here of the set of like, okay, I don't have to pitch anything for this, but I have to buff it, and all my buffs are from previous turns.
It's kind of like, what is even a Guardian hero now in 2025, you know?
Yeah, kind of. The fact that they're like no weapons, but 6 different cards that cost 0 to attack with is like, oh, okay.
It's fun. They're expanding options.
It totally is fun. I agree. I concur.
So now go build your Jarl 0 cost swing deck with nimbleisms and minnowisms.
Belittle Liath and LL going crazy.
Do you like the 3 intellect, 5 intellect stuff, or has that been a miss for you guys so far?
No, I think it's good.
I think it's good, but let's discuss that in more detail at a later date when we've seen it.
That's called a cliffhanger, boys. All right. Thanks for coming on today.
Thank you. We got to recap all our picks for everybody. Yeah. Jesus.
No shot. I remember mine.
I picked first. So I picked in chronological order. We did New Horizons, Cruel Ambition, Cutting Retort, High Pitched Howl, and then Hunter x Hunter.
All right. I got to do mine in order.
All right. You want me to do it for you, Blake, or you got it?
No, I'm going to screw it up, and then you can help me at the end. I did Liath Goldmane, the young dude from the 90s. And then I did wow. Then we slayed with Light Up the Leaves. Then we tore up somebody's mask with the instant that was called Rip Up Their Virtues. And then we ended it with Oshbagosh? What's that?
Fucking.
Oh, Fugger Grise. We spewed obscenities, of course. Yes. That's my guy, Fugger.
I like how Zayne, now you have to cosplay as Fugger at the next calling.
If it was both hands, I would have got it for sure.
Mine were Song of Sinew, the Mage Hunter Arrow, the Alt Art Marvel Pleiades, William of the Crowd, and then ended off the whole draft with a Sadistic Scowl.
Sheesh.
Hell yeah. Good art draft. So remember to like, comment, subscribe. Get in the Discord. Get in there. Okay? Y'all have been doing a great job of being like, okay, Taylor is shaming us to get into the Discord. And you know what? Those people's lives are better for it. Not ours. Ours are certainly enriched. But the main thing is those people's lives are enriched further than mine, Blake, or Zayne's. So it's really for you.
You know?
Yeah.
Get in the Discord.
Then once you do that, you're going to comment in the Discord or on YouTube, carrier pigeon, text message, email, and let us know who was your favorite drafter this time. Okay?
Yep.
Thank you.
Don't look at the score, Zayne. Just go to bed.
That's fine. I won my fantasy matchup. It's fine.
All right.
Now everyone act out the song that comes in at the end. All right, bye, everyone.
Oh, sorry. I thought it was, I was trying to make a Song of Sinew joke there, and I was like, I'm just going to do like
it was just too sinew to your...
Hooga chaga, you know, and I was just that doesn't seem good.
The brute noise. Okay, bye.
Ending recording.